lovies! We have a lot to cover today, so let's jump right in. In 2 Corinthians chapter 10, the Apostle Paul addresses the Corinthians with a strong defense of his ministry and authority as an apostle of Christ. Paul begins by appealing to the Corinthians with humility and gentleness, noting that he is meek in their presence but bold when absent. He urges them not to make him use his boldness when he comes to them again, implying that he is ready to confront those who challenge his authority. Paul then emphasizes in verses 3 through 5 that though believers walk in the flesh, they do not wage warfare according to the flesh. He says, "We use God's mighty weapons, not mere worldly weapons, to knock down the devil's strongholds. With these weapons, we break down every proud argument that keeps people from knowing God. These weapons are mighty in God for pulling down strongholds, casting down arguments, and taking every thought captive to the obedience of Christ." This highlights the spiritual nature of our battles as Christians. Then in verses 6 through 8, Paul assures them of his authority, which he claims is given for building them up and not destroying them. Paul addresses accusations regarding the inconsistency between his letters and his physical presence in verses 9 through 11. His letters are described as weighty and powerful, while his presence is perceived as weak. Paul affirms that his actions will match his writings when he visits them. Then in verses 12 through 18, Paul contrasts himself with those who commend themselves and measure themselves by their own standards. He speaks of boasting only within the sphere God assigned him, and he emphasizes that it is not about self-commendation, but commendation by the Lord. As it says in verse 17, the person who wishes to boast should boast only for what the Lord has done. In essence, 2 Corinthians 10 shows Paul's commitment to spiritual authority, his reliance on God's power for ministry, and his intention to align the words with deeds. Paul seeks not his own glory, but the furtherance of the gospel and the building up of the church. I hope you all had a lovely day, and unlike usual, the next video is already posted, so go check out 2 Corinthians chapter 11. I love you, and Jesus loves you more. Bye!